Good morning, guys. It's Tina, and welcome to the Qweendom. Y'all see I have, is my bonnet still on? Oh yeah, I can't even tell. Ain't that terrible? So messed up. Still got my bonnet on. It is Tuesday, June the 25th, and it's like 11:30 in the morning. I wanted to come on here really quickly and talk to y'all about something that I think I had talked about or at least mentioned in a previous vlog. It's not going to be a long video. It's going to be a pretty quick video, but I did want to talk to you all about this because I keep on forgetting to shoot it. Alright, so where do I begin? Where do I begin? It's really bright out here this morning, y'all. And summer has officially come, and thank God for that, right? So, I guess first things first, I want to start talking really quickly about me going to therapy and why I chose to go to therapy, or why I made the choice to go to therapy. I guess I give a little background. Growing up in a family of 4, coming from a black community, it is out of the norm to seek, I guess, any kind of like help outside of the church. So I grew up in church, whole life was in church on Sunday all day. We were there for like morning service. We were also there for like evening service in most cases. Me and my siblings, we sang on the choir. We ushered. If you don't know what an usher is, please Google it. We sang on the choir. We ushered. We did sign language. Went to revival. We traveled to different places with like our Sunday school when we were younger. We did vacation Bible camp, which was literally like during the whole summer. I know it's so different, it's not like that now, but we were active members in the church, whether we liked it or not. Excuse me. Because the church that I grew up in was like our family church. My mother went there, my great-grandmother, great aunts, just like our whole family. So that's how we grew up. So growing up, you know, we were told, not just verbally but by action as well, that the church was where you went to find solace, to help heal any past wounds, whether it be like, you know, mental anguish, or even any kind of physical issue or ailment that you had aside from like your doctor or something like that, of course. So growing up, that's something that has always been in my mind. But as I grew and got older and educated myself more, I knew and understood that there were different options out there in addition to the church, you know, in addition to the church. So I told you all before in a video or like a vlog that as a teenager, I know now that I suffer from like anxiety and depression and like panic attacks and stuff like that. So most recently, which I told you all this before as well, with the passing of all of my family members and just so many things happening back to back, with me getting pregnant with Bailey and Bren, like I've struggled mentally a lot. So this year I made the decision to, it wasn't even this year, it was last year actually. I reached out to someone from my church who actually is a therapist, and she linked me up with how I could get therapy services through my health insurance. So that's exactly what I did. I actually signed up in like October of last year, and I guess that particular company that I went through, which was through my insurance, of course, their caseload was like really heavy. So someone finally reached out to me, I don't even know, maybe January or February or something like that. By that time, you know, I was in the throes of panic attacks and anxiety attacks on a regular basis, just thinking about a lot of different things, not just myself, thinking about things that I've gone through or witnessed or inherited, to be completely honest. Family issues, and just worrying about my family in general more than anything because of the triggers of so many people passing away. So had my first therapy session and it went okay. More than anything, it was like I had to feel her out. I will backtrack a little bit. I did do therapy, I think sometime last year, but the lady who was my therapist, her schedule never really worked out with mine, or I guess vice versa. And I just felt like she excuse me, I just felt like she was helping me, but not really in the way that I needed her to. More than anything, she was like pushing a lot of papers at me, and I know that she wasn't like intentionally trying to not help me through my process, but it just didn't work for me. And like people will tell you that most times they go through many therapists before they really figure out exactly who works for them. So just like I said, I had my first session and went well. I was able to unload a couple of things that I needed to. And for like the first month or two, she was coming and seeing me. She was seeing me every week. The type of insurance that I have, I was eligible to receive in-home services. So she would actually come to the home. Most of the time it would be during the little girl's nap. So just imagine, while I'm trying to relax my brain or probably do mother stuff, it was time to do mental work. And it all went well. It went really well. She helped me to put things in perspective. More than anything, she definitely helped me put into perspective the struggle that I had with being pregnant with Bryn and then having her early, because you all know, like, explaining that experience, it was like I would always be like, oh my gosh, you know, it was such a traumatic experience. And it was a traumatic experience, but she also helped me to understand that that I don't have to always say that it was a traumatic experience. More than anything, you know, I'm learning that everything is linked to what you say out of your mouth. You have to choose your words carefully, not, you know, you have to choose your words carefully. So that's why in a previous vlog I mentioned to you all that I don't say anymore that Bryn's birth was a traumatic experience, because I don't want to keep on linking my child, who I absolutely positively love and adore, to trauma. So now I'm just like, it was an interesting experience, or it was a different experience, or just say it was an experience. During the course of my therapy, which I'm still doing therapy, she's coming maybe once a month now. She mentioned to me to help me to remind myself of certain things, more than anything, like gratitude. She mentioned a gratitude journal. So I reached out to a young lady here in Maryland, and she made me a gratitude journal. My favorite color is purple, which I think you all know that. And I had actually saw the specific binder that I wanted her to do on her Facebook page. And you know, she constructed a gratitude journal for me, so I'm just going to turn the camera around and show it to you guys. I will be completely honest, I have not written in it as much as I know I need to, which takes me to a quick story. As a teenager, I used to journal very, very often, like every day, honestly, either like when I first got to school or at the end of the night before I went to bed. You know, life and so many things happened and I got out of it, but I'm trying very, very hard to get back. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you all my gratitude journal. I hope you guys like it. I will link the young lady's information down in the description box that I reached out to. It was very inexpensive. She worked with me. I gave her everything that I wanted in it. I wanted on different pages, different scriptures, just to remind me of who I was and whose I am. And she did the book binding herself. She has her own, like, I don't think it's like a printing press, but she does book binding. So all right. So you all know that, let me stand up some so y'all can see better. So you all know that I'm a naturalista, I'm a natural mama. So this is the outside of the book. It's just you know, a beautiful black lady with her afro. And it says Tina's Gratitude Journal. You see it's purple because that's my color. And then on the back of it is this cup, this like type of material. I don't even know what it's called. Just like I said, she did the book binding herself. So on the first page, you have the very well-known scripture, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And then you have another one here. This is the day the Lord has made. Oh gosh, the lighting. This is the day the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. And it's just, oh yeah, well, that's some journaling that I did. This is just the pages. And it's a very sturdy book. And it's just different scriptures on different pages as you go along. I'm trying to hurry up and do it. Rejoice in hope. And that's basically the gist of it. Just like I said, every couple of pages is a scripture. This is a reminder to me. I know that I'm on here exposing my whole heart and soul to you all regularly. But you know, I do this to help heal myself and to help keep things in perspective for me, because life isn't easy. Life isn't easy for any of us, whether you have $10 or $10,000, you know. And as a mom, I know that we have so many struggles that we don't always feel comfortable enough sitting down and having a conversation with a family member or friend, because a lot of times we're more worried about, not necessarily them judging us, but more times than not, we're worried about us unloading or unpacking our mess and putting it onto like others that we love and we care about. So that's just an option. I know that a lot of you moms, just like me, or just females or humans in general, struggle with depressive thoughts or anxiety as well. So what I want you all to do in the comments down below, this lighting is so horrible today. What I want you all to do down in the comments below is just let me know what you do when you have those anxious or depressive thoughts. Do you know what your triggers are? And what you're doing to try to combat that and make your life more manageable and more authentic to a certain degree. So yeah, guess I've been talking long enough. Well, thank you guys so very much for watching. Make sure you continue to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.